As we go through life, whether we know it or not, we're always adding weight to our backpack. We got our traumas in there, we got our anxieties in there, depressions, our triggers. And like a typewriter, we'll add so much weight that eventually we'll realize, hey, there's a lot of stuff we're not taking care of. There's a lot of unconscious negativity that we're kind of not managing on a daily basis. So what do we do to alleviate this weight? What are we supposed to be doing to be able to get through each day without getting bogged down by our past? Yo, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead, and in this video, I'm gonna talk to you about letting go. Letting go is an extremely simple technique, but it does require us to be consistent. And that's really where a lot of us will fall off from doing this consistently, because it doesn't have immediate life-changing results. We think, this doesn't work, but it's not a band-aid. It's not a quick fix. It's something that's incredibly life-changing, but we have to allow it to be. Now, what is this letting go technique? Now, everybody might have slight variations on how they use this technique, but in a nutshell, letting go has to do with letting negative emotions and feelings come up, allowing ourselves to be able to sit with that feeling and then consciously know how to accept, allow, and let that feeling dissipate. And we want to make sure that we're focusing on the emotion and not the thoughts that come from it, because the thoughts are going to come and go no matter what. We have a bajillion thoughts each day, but it's really about targeting the energy that is underneath this emotion, releasing that energy. And there's a lot of meditations out there, guided meditations and things like that, that will help us specifically target what it is we're feeling. But most of the time, the top 3 negative emotions that are pretty much at the root of all of our uncontrollable thoughts and anxieties are guilt, shame, and fear. So SFG, GFS, whatever you want to abbreviate that to. But the big one, I would say, at the top is probably fear, because fear is something that is like all around us. It's at every street corner. Am I gonna die? Who's driving what? There's some kind of fear that can creep in every situation. But the idea is, more and more when we practice this letting go technique, it begins to become part of our identity. It becomes part of our natural response to these negative emotions. But we really have to undo the programming that we've done up until this part of our life, which again, it's not a quick fix. It's something that we have to pretty much train ourselves to do. We're like an old dog being taught a new trick. And those of us that are really anxious, if you're like me, what's the real challenge is overcoming the many thoughts that we're gonna have, because those thoughts are like mosquitoes, man, and I'm getting bit up even right now as I'm talking about it. But it's like walking through a cloud of mosquitoes sometimes, where it's just all these thoughts, all these thoughts, all these thoughts. But after you can get through that, you realize that they're all coming from the same exact emotion. But as I've been practicing this letting go technique on a daily basis, in the morning, at night, throughout the day, when I start feeling negative things come up, negative memories, negative thoughts that are just coming out of nowhere, it gets easier and easier to get to the root of where these thoughts are coming from as we do this on a daily basis. I've been practicing this letting go stuff at night before bed, in the morning when I wake up, and even throughout the day, just to manage the negative thoughts that are coming up for me, or even the painful memories of my past. And even as this letting go technique is becoming a part of my identity, identity now. The big challenge then is to overcome what's called resistance. Overcoming resistance has to do with really putting to bed the old identity and allowing the new identity to become who you are. But that old ego and that old sense of self, it doesn't go down without a fight. And that's basically what resistance is. Your old ego and identity not allowing the new one to come in and take control. If we can stick with it, allow that resistance to be there, but still keep going with this technique, we will actually achieve emotional freedom. We'll actually be doing something about it. We can escape victimhood, escape being a victim of our past and the traumas that we've gone through and the things that have happened to us and the painful memories. We can do something about it. And not just a quick fix, a total change in how we think, how we feel, how we act. This is probably the biggest game changer that has been a part of my breakup recovery. Because a big thing for me was having bad dreams, having dreams about that last relationship, having dreams about past memories that I kind of repressed in the moment. And by practicing the letting go technique in the morning when I wake up, if I had those kinds of dreams, and also at night before I go to bed, those dreams have completely started to dissipate. Really soon I'm gonna put up another video marking my progress in my healing journey. And for all the videos that I've done on my healing journey, check out this playlist up here. And actually the next video that I'm going to put out is going to be about overcoming resistance with the letting go technique. So keep an eye on the artistic advice and awareness playlist, but also subscribe to the channel. So I'll see you in those next videos, and as always, stay creative.